Okay, so we're diving deep today, huh? Into the world of crypto.
Crypto, yeah.
Specifically Bitcoin and XRP. Looks like we've got a whole stack of research you've been pouring over, a
Yeah.
lot of it from this piece called Bitcoin versus XRP, Decentralization, Efficiency, and the Future of Crypto. And one thing that really jumps out is your interest in this tension, right? Between decentralization and efficiency.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, how's that going to shake out? How's that going to shape the future of cryptocurrency?
Huge question.
Yeah.
A really huge question.
So let's get into it.
Sounds good.
One thing the source material highlights right away is this, central question.
Yeah.
In the future, what matters more? Is it Bitcoin's security, rooted in its decentralization? Or is it XRP's speed, its efficiency in transactions?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it's one that's really dividing opinion across the whole crypto space. I mean, think about it. What's
Yeah.
the point of a financial system if it's, like, super secure but takes ages to process anything? On the other hand, what if it's lightning fast but, vulnerable?
Right.
Tough choices.
It is a tough choice, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's break it down a bit. When we talk about Bitcoin's decentralized structure, what are we actually talking about? I mean, what are the concrete advantages there?
Okay, so imagine this. Bitcoin's network is spread across tons of computers all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands and thousands.
Okay.
And no single person or entity has control over it. That's the beauty of decentralization. It's like insanely difficult to manipulate.
So it's kind of like if you wanted to take down Bitcoin, you'd have to take down all those computers all over the world.
Exactly. Good luck with that.
Right.
Right. It's nearly impossible. That's what makes it so secure.
And that's got to be super appealing to people who are concerned about things like censorship.
Totally. Yeah. Especially these days with governments and corporations, trying to control more and more information. A decentralized system like Bitcoin.
It's like this safe haven
It is, yeah.
where no one can mess with your money.
Exactly. You're in control.
You're in control.
No matter what.
I get it. So how does that, actually work? I mean, how does this whole decentralized system maintain its integrity?
Right. So that's where the magic of consensus mechanisms comes in.
Okay.
Bitcoin uses something called proof of work.
Proof of work.
Yeah. Basically, all these computers on the network, they're competing
Okay.
to solve these crazy complex math problems. And the first one to solve it gets to add a block of transactions to the blockchain.
Gotcha. So it's this constant, race
Constantly.
to solve these problems.
Yeah.
And that's how transactions get verified.
That's how it works. And because it takes so much computing power to do that, to solve these problems, it makes it extremely difficult for anyone to manipulate the system.
Okay.
It would just take way too much energy
Right.
and money.
But, in the research, one of the things that comes up with proof of work
Yeah.
is this whole issue of energy consumption.
Yeah.
Is that something to be, legitimately worried about?
It's definitely a valid concern. I mean, the amount of electricity used to mine Bitcoin is huge.
Yeah.
And yeah, that does have environmental implications. But there's also this argument that, as we transition to more renewable energy sources, the impact will lessen.
So maybe it's a temporary thing.
It's possible, yeah.
Okay.
Time will tell.
Now, let's switch gears a bit and talk about XRP. In contrast to Bitcoin, XRP is all about speed and efficiency. The source material even compared, transaction speeds. And it's pretty wild. We're talking seconds for XRP, maybe minutes,
Yeah.
but potentially days for a traditional international bank transfer.
It's a huge difference,
Yeah.
especially for businesses. Think about it. Cross-border payments happening almost instantly and with way lower fees.
Yeah.
That's what's driving so much interest in XRP.
And it all comes down to a different consensus mechanism, right?
Right. Instead of proof of work, XRP uses something different. They rely on what are called validator nodes.
Validator nodes. What are those
Yeah.
exactly?
So it's kind of like this pre-approved group of participants on the network, and they're the ones responsible for confirming transactions.
Okay. So instead of having this massive network of computers all racing to solve math problems,
Right.
you have this smaller select group that's like, yep, this transaction is legit.
Exactly. And that's why it's so much faster.
Gotcha. But doesn't that mean it's more centralized?
It does, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Ripple, the company behind XRP, they have a lot of influence over the network. They decide who gets to be a validator node and all that.
So there's the trade-off, right? Speed and efficiency on the one hand, but maybe some questions about control and vulnerability on the other.
Exactly. I mean, if Ripple were to get hit with some massive regulatory hurdle or even just some internal issues, that could impact the entire network.
That's a scary thought.
It is. And it's why a lot of people in the crypto community are skeptical of XRP. They question whether it's truly decentralized enough to be considered a cryptocurrency, in the real sense of the word.
It's like almost a philosophical question. Okay, so we've got Bitcoin, super secure, decentralized, but energy intensive, maybe a bit slow.
Yeah.
We've got XRP, fast, efficient, but centralized, raising some questions about control. If you had to look ahead, 5 years, 10 years down the line, what do you think?
That's the crystal ball question, right?
Yeah.
Hard to say for sure. But I think we might see these two, Bitcoin and XRP, sort of carve out their own niches.
Okay.
Bitcoin could become like a digital gold, a safe haven asset, for when things get shaky in the world,
I could see that.
because its security is so strong.
Yeah.
And then XRP, with its speed and low cost, could become more and more integrated into our everyday financial transactions.
Amazing.
And who knows, maybe some brilliant mind out there will come up with a whole new technology that can bridge that gap.
Between the two,
Yeah.
have the best of both worlds.
Right, the best of both worlds, the security of Bitcoin, the speed of XRP, all in one.
Wow.
We can dream.
We can dream. That's a good dream.
It is.
So for everyone listening, as you keep exploring the crypto world, as you keep learning and investing, here's a thought to leave you with.
Yeah.
What if the future isn't about picking a winner? What if it's not about saying Bitcoin is the future or XRP is the future, but instead it's about figuring out how to use both, how to use the strengths of each one and maybe even other cryptocurrencies that are out there to build a financial system that's, truly innovative and accessible to everyone.
That's a great point to end on. Food for thought, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks for diving deep with us.
My pleasure.
Until next time.
See you then. Bye.